Hi, my name is Alyssa Allen. I am a straight 26-year-old white female. I was born and raised in a small town in rural Wyoming called Rock Springs. My ancestors originated in Yugoslavia, Ireland, Germany, and Great Britain. My family has been in the United States for 4 generations. I was born and raised Catholic. I'm a wife, a sister, a daughter, a grandchild, and a friend, and most importantly, a dog mom. I'm also a preschool teacher, which is why I have this picture of children, because I highly enjoy shaping young minds. In addition, here's a picture of my family. There's Denny and Wilbert and my husband Stephen. When I did this exercise, something that stuck out to me the most was my conflicting identities of being left-wing and being a Roman Catholic. These two can conflict because of beliefs, norms within the two. The left wing believes that your body is yours and there should not be laws regulating your body. However, the Catholic religion thinks differently, and abortion is murder, considering to the Catholic Church. So those two identities are something that I'll always come to mind when I think of conflicting identities. Another one is I am female, but I'm not a homemaker. That's just one that I've heard a lot. Like, once you're married and you have children, it's a stereotype that people think. Going on to social justice issue of my concern. A social justice issue of concern is poverty. I'm concerned with this social justice issue because of the percentage of children living in poverty within the United States. 1 in every 7 children are born into poverty. According to Children.org, between 2012 and 2014, federal spending fell for kids' education, nutrition, social services, and early education and care. The government spends 10% of the national budget on children, a fraction of what other developed countries spend on their children. Poverty perpetuates in a cycle of, and something that also influences it is institutionalized racism. Or institutionalized oppression, I would say. More like children living in poverty are more likely to live in less affluent neighborhoods. A large portion of the school funding comes from property taxes. If students live in poor neighborhoods, their parents pay little taxes, which give them less money for education than affluent neighborhoods. Which, if you back up, a large portion of Latinos and blacks live in less affluent neighborhoods, so that it could be another form of institutionalized racism. These schools are set up in society for each child to go to a certain one. They usually don't cross lines when it comes to school districts, which puts those children in poverty and of color at disadvantage. Social cultural competence and social work practice. Cultural competence in the social work practice is acknowledging your client's culture and the history of that culture and what it means to them. Because different groups of people have historically been oppressed and experienced racism. However, each individual may also feel different because of that oppression they've experienced. It may be more overt or invert, depending. It requires sensitive practice to advocate for social and economic justice for everyone who is disadvantaged, oppressed, and or discriminated against. I feel like that is the most important component to cultural competence in order to be successful in the social work practice, is these lived experiences of these clients that we are about to help. And unless we understand their stance, their worldview, our relationship while helping won't be as promising as if we are more culturally competent. Additionally, I will use my class experiences by continuing this lifelong learning process to becoming more culturally competent, to understand myself more as a racial, cultural human being, and to try and understand people of different cultures and their worldviews. My journey was initiated within this class, and I want to continue that journey, and I want to do that by understanding myself racially and culturally, trying to understand social political influence regarding racism better. That can take some research and talking to people of other cultures than myself, appreciating racial and cultural diversity more often. Although I live in Wyoming and there's not much diversity, I want to be able to interact more. And finally, the most important one, I feel like becoming more committed to eradicating oppression. And I feel like this class has also equipped me for that, because now that I understand what microaggressions are, how they are perpetuated, what little comments could actually be an invalidation or something in that manner, I feel like this class is definitely giving me a starting point to become more culturally competent. Thank you.